Today we're going to be reacting to First Job Sucks. My First Job Suck by Stay. Alright. So, let's get on to the video.
First job suck. I had to work 6 different jobs in my life to finally achieve my dream job, which is being a YouTuber. Everybody in the world has had a first job. That's why in this video, I am going to show you how I went from being a waiter, a milk boy, a landscaper.
Milk boy? What do you mean milk boy? How old are you, bro? Bro, did you time travel to the 1990s, become a milkman delivering to everybody's front doorstep? Bro, what do you mean milk boy?
And tons of other painful, difficult, and silly jobs to now achieving my dream, the best job in the world, a YouTuber. But first, I need to take you back to
Guys, make me famous so I don't have to work a job. I'm kidding, I'm probably still gonna work a job.
when it all started at 13 years old. My very first job as a milk boy. I really wanted a computer growing up so that I could start making videos. The only problem was, I couldn't afford it. After both my birthday and Christmas went by, and still I had no computer, my mom sat me down and told me she can't afford to buy me one. This was a super important
I feel bad. But hey, my computer, I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of cheap, but at least I still have one.
an event for me because it made me think to myself, well, I guess I'll buy it myself then. After I begged my brother for a whole year, he
Also, it was my aunt's old work PC, but
finally got me the same job as him, being milk boys. And oh my god, it sucked. We had to wake up at 2:45 a.m., run around in the freezing cold, getting covered in milk, rotten gunk, and all sorts of crazy stuff.
what do you mean getting covered in milk? There aren't lids?
The worst part,
There aren't lids? What do you mean?
was after all that grueling work, I had to go straight to school by 8 a.m., come straight home and study by 4 p.m., and then fall asleep watching YouTube by 8 p.m. And yes, before you ask, I did fall asleep in class multiple times. This job sucked on every level. In the summer, it was too hot to be running around and delivering milk. And in the winter, if the cold didn't kill you, then carrying multiple glass bottles while running on snow and ice definitely will. I slipped and broke so many glass bottles.
How did you not get fired? What do you mean you slipped and broke the glass? Who gets milk in a glass? When did you grow up where you're delivering glasses of milk?
Bottles on this job, but in my defense, I had to jump off a moving van to deliver the milk to people's doors. Do not do this at home. And you may be thinking, well, at least all that work pays well. Nope. The money sucked. At the end of the week, I would have $15, and I couldn't complain to my boss because I was only 13. It was completely illegal for me to be working, so me and my brother lied, saying I was 16 years old. The funny part was my brother was 17 at the time, 6'2", and had a beard, while I was saying I'm 16, which is just 1 year younger, but I'm only 4'11", no facial hair.
You were 4'11" at 13? I'm the same age as you, 13, and I'm 5'7.5". Skill issue.
And had a giant baby face. So, you two are brothers? Yeah. And you're just 1 year apart? Yeah. Sir, don't you see this massive thick beard? The lucky part was, I'm pretty sure he knew I was underage, but he just didn't care. Even though my first job was a lot of work, I still made a lot of funny memories. Because we would work so early in the morning, our boss would tell us to always be quiet. And me and the other workers were always quiet. It was the boss, who may have had some anger issues, who was super loud. There was this one...
That's why you made him a boss. I'm sorry, I just noticed the cow on the top. Why does it have dreads? Why does the cow have dreads, bro?
Street that was always filled with cars. And because the milk truck was so big, he would always
You
get
guys just saw a random cut. That's because I just had to watch through an ad. But don't worry, I'll cut that out for you.
it stuck in awkward places. And instead of being a normal person and keeping his cool, he would roll down his window, scream as loud as he could, while simultaneously beeping his horn. I'm not joking. He woke up the entire street. And when I asked him, why did you do that? He said that it's their fault that he's stuck. I saw him do this multiple times. If you think my boss is crazy for doing that, there was this one day that we were running super late because the boss slept through his alarm. So when he picked up me and the other workers, he started driving really fast to try and get back on time, which is very dangerous because me and the other two workers had one bar and this platform to squeeze onto. I had so many close calls jumping on and off of this van, but the boss still didn't care and actually started getting faster. Not seeing the speed camera, he's
Nah, bro, just wanted to kill you. Bro thought you were too slow and needed a new worker and thought that was a perfect write-off, bro.
driving straight towards. All I remember was seeing a flash of light as my boss annihilated the speed limit. I would pay a lot of money to see the real life photo and video of this happening because it must be the funniest photo of all time. It took me years working as a milk boy to finally save up enough money to buy a computer. Even though I was super happy with my accomplishment, and I was also one step closer to being a YouTuber. I never went to a single party. I never hang out with friends. And I even skipped my own prom to work on YouTube. But still, my YouTube channel was unsuccessful.
Bro, I just made 3 videos today. And I still hang out with my friends. I guess I don't put in as much work as you, because I'm just animating. Don't worry, I don't just animate. I will game on this channel. And yeah, just reacting and... Did I say animate? I meant I'll react and game.
Which meant I
don't think I'll be animating on this.
Earning no money from YouTube, which also meant I had to get another job. But there was just one problem. There were none. I applied to every job I could online. I only did this over 100 times, and not one job called me back. So once again, I said,
I want to get a job, but like, there's only 2 places that I could realistically go to that actually will hire me once next year when I'm 14. So hopefully they experience a layoff. I don't want anybody to get fired, but I am saying I do want to get a job.
well, I guess I'll do it myself. I was in my bedroom and I came up with 2 different jobs I can do that won't cost me a single penny. Job number 1 was cutting grass. I asked my mom, can I take our family lawnmower and use it to cut other people's grass? After she said yes, I ran to the back garden to unlock the shed, and there stood my beautiful money maker. Well, she was not exactly beautiful. My family's lawnmower was tiny and really old. This meant...
Oh, thank God. I thought this meant... Bro, my lawnmower, whenever I mow the yard, clouds out of it. I swear. My lawnmower, one time when I started it, it blew a smoke ring. It had a very loud bang that sounded like somebody just shot a gun. I look at the lawnmower and then there's just a smoke ring coming out from it. I didn't even do anything. How did my phone fall?
that the one job it's supposed to do, which is cutting grass, it wasn't very good at. But I didn't let anything stop me. I'm not gonna lie, the first few times I cut a customer's grass was questionable. I'm finished, sir. Do you like it? Would you like to pay with...
I'd sue you. He's probably still a kid. I'd sue your mom. Bro, if I swear to God, if I hire somebody and then my yard looks like this afterwards. Sorry, I just got a notification. But, bro. Man, if my yard looked like that after I hired a kid to do that, that kid's not coming back home. He's gonna stay in my basement. I'm gonna sell him. And then I'm gonna buy a new yard. Cause what do you mean? Also, did you have a fire hydrant in your backyard? Where is that water coming from?
Cash or credit? Okay, fine. I sucked at first. It was super hot, my lawnmower couldn't cut grass, and it kept turning off every 3 minutes. I also didn't know you had to check the grass before you cut it. I chopped up so many things with my lawnmower, like big rocks, tons of dog toys, and all sorts of crazy stuff that's been stuck in that grass for years. Because my lawnmower was so small, I had to keep emptying the grass from it every couple of minutes.
My lawnmower, like, the grass spews out. But I do still have to empty it because it gets stuck in the blade, and every few often the grass stops coming out. And I know this because my lawnmower doesn't have a bag. So I get so whenever I have to mow the lawn, I get covered in grass. My feet get covered in grass. My ankle. Alright. But, yeah, I get covered in grass. And then I have to, like, and then it stops. So I turn it off. And I reach my hand in the blade. And I pull a chunk of grass out. I have to do that, like, 2-3 times.
It's full again? Which sucked because on windy
It's full again?
days you'd have the grass fly back and hit your body. I would find grass everywhere, like my shoes, boxers, socks.
Alright, we didn't have to see that. We didn't have to see that, bro.
Armpits, and just about every other place on my body.
I just got another ad, bro. I get you can finally get money from YouTube, but you don't need that much money. This is the third ad from this video I've seen. You've only seen 2 cuts as the first one was at the beginning. Sorry, my 2 friends are blowing up the group chat right now.
Allergic to pollen. So when I'd get a face full of grass, I'd have a major 10-minute sneeze attack. Achoo! 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 I think I'm done. Okay. Achoo!
I'm gonna go back to Shawsy after this.
I would say cutting grass was a successful side business. That is until I met Albert. After I knocked on his door and asked if he would like his
doing the straight name drop. It's a USB drive. Don't report me, it's a USB drive.
grass cut. He said yes and invited me in. As we were walking to his backyard, he started quizzing me on the equipment I'm gonna use to cut his grass. So boy, what equipment you got? A lawn?
Oh, you know. I swear, I think he's colorblind because this man went, so, boy, what you gonna do to cut my grass, boy? Am I gonna have to make it work, boy?
Lawnmower, string trimmer, shovels, a rake, grass knives. Me having no idea what half of that was, I said, yeah, of course. Great, you're gonna need it. And proceeded to open his door to
Bro, I think that's where they filmed the live action Jungle Book. What the? Yo.
show me the forest he's been growing for years. He told me he hasn't cut the grass in 3 years. I'm 6'1", and the grass was taller than me. Not to mention,
Didn't you just say you're 4'11"? So, did I mute it?
the grass was filled with spiders.
What happened? I can't hear it. What? Did my sound went. What do you mean? There we go.
Slugs, and every other insect. I instantly knew my 10-year-old lawnmower couldn't cut one blade of this guy's grass. So what happened next, I'm not very proud of, but it had to happen. So, you can start today? Of course, sir. Let me go get my equipment and I'll be right back. I never went back. The funny thing is, I still have to walk past his house sometimes, and I'm always scared he's gonna come out and get me. After this happened, I moved on to my second self-employed job, a fence painter. Ah, fuck. This job was...
I'm going back to Shawzy after this. See how I've been just motionless staring at this? I have nothing to say. In the Shawzy videos, I have like 10 minutes extra time of just me talking. This
was actually pretty fun. There was something so satisfying about painting fences that just allowed me to enter flow state. I became one with the brush and the paint. I was happy.
Who is getting their fence painted green? Now who's getting their fence painted pink? The only right color for a fence is either brown or white. Maybe black. Who's getting their fence colored pink and green?
Painting. When I painted, I became the fence. Now, to be fair, I said I enjoyed painting. I never said I was any good at it. My very first client is when I realized this job is not for me. The fence was super long. I spent days coming back and forth this house because even once you've painted the whole fence, apparently you have to go over the whole thing again to make the paint thicker. The only funny story I have from painting a fence is one day this wasp was bugging me. No matter how many times I shoot him away, he kept coming back. My patience was wearing thin. A couple hours into painting, I was hot, hungry, thirsty, and exhausted. And I still had half a fence to go. And this wasp had the audacity to come up to my face. My instincts kicked.
So you ate it. 2 birds with 1 stone. You're hungry. Oh, 3 birds with 1 stone. You're hungry and thirsty, and you have a wasp problem. Eat the wasp and drink its blood. Actually, no, drink the paint.
I started swinging to hit the wasp. I was like a crazy caveman, screaming and punching the air. What I didn't realize was I still had the wet paintbrush in my hand. I had splashed and flicked the wet paint all over this nice fancy garden, with the worst part being the man who hired me was watching the whole thing through his kitchen. Hello, sir. How do you like the fence? Yep. Turns out painting fences suck too. Around this time, my YouTube channel had around 100 subscribers, and I was super happy, but still I knew it wasn't enough yet to support me financially. To everyone watching this, if you hit subscribe just one time, stay here. We'll never have to work one of these sucky jobs ever again. It's okay, it's okay. They're gonna subscribe right now. Subscribe. When I tell you what my next job was, you're gonna be very happy you just subscribed.
Subscribe to me instead.
For my 4th job, I
thank God.
worked on a builder's site.
That's a joke. YouTube, it's a joke. It's a joke, YouTube.
But I wasn't laying the bricks or mixing the cement. Nope, I had the worst job of all, the trash boy. I remember on my first day, I was asking, when can I use a hammer?
Never.
Am I allowed to break a wall down?
Nope.
Aw, can I use this cool spinny thing? Put this safety hat and gloves on and get to work. Wait, Mr. Builderman, what's my job? You're standing on it. I found out why people say to lift with your legs and not your back. Because after a whole day of lifting with my back, I was walking like this. I was carrying bricks, cement, and a bunch of other random house items. Even stuff I was super allergic to. With the worst part being, I wasn't just throwing it into a van from a short distance. No. I was on the second floor of the house. I had to carry this trash.
Alright, I need to say something else so I'll get copyrighted, but why are there clipboards just no clipping out of the bags? Also, what is that blue? Who throws away note clips with actual paper in them? Who throws away note boards in general? Just throw away the paper. You don't need to throw away the whole note board.
Down the stairs while jumping over and dodging builder equipment and then throw it into an even bigger pile of trash. I had to do this over and over again. When I got home that day, I was exhausted. My back was destroyed and I had a major headache from working in the sun all day. But even though I felt super defeated, I just remember feeling even more motivated to achieve my dream of being a YouTuber. And so I came up with a plan. My complete
Sorry, my webcam just went out for a second.
luck, my uncle got me a job at a local bar/restaurant as a dishwasher. This restaurant was basically brand new and became the talk of the town. The place was filled with customers, and more customers meant more work for me. I finally had a job that I could earn stable money in, and I was not gonna mess it up. I washed those dishes all day until my skin peeled off my hands. I was meant to be just a dishwasher, but because I worked so hard, they gave me more and more jobs. I became a waiter. I would clean and sweep the whole restaurant. I served the drinks. I helped the chef prepare the food, and then I even served the food to the customers. If there was a clogged toilet, I'd fix it. I basically became the handyman, and I loved it because it was all a part of my plan. I worked every hour I could at that restaurant and then saved every penny I got paid. I did this for months. I don't really even have funny stories to tell. I was just locked in. And then finally, I looked in my...
Why'd you look at us like that? Why'd you go to saying you were locking in, bro?
bank account one day and saw $4,000 looking back at me. What did I do with this $4,000, you ask? I left my job at the restaurant and I went all in on YouTube. I saw this as my one shot to make it as a YouTuber. I spent night and day working, studying videos, reading books, editing, writing, you name it, I did it. But as the months flew by, so did the money out of my bank account. I was running real low on that money I saved up. 1 year in, and my mom made me go back to college. I had no money left. I had 2 YouTube channels that I gave my all to, and both failed. I told myself that I'm only an official YouTuber if I have a subscriber plaque trophy, and I didn't. I remember feeling like a complete failure, but still, I never gave up. I would walk the college hallways planning how I can still make videos, because all of my time was now taken up by college. Then
my mic was muted. And my webcam just froze. Bro. You guys see me? Alright. But earlier when you saw me go up to the mic, I was saying you are. When you said I was feeling like a failure, I went you are, and then I said sorry. And then I was talking about how I don't know why I'm hating on him when we both had the same dream of becoming YouTubers, even though his dream was already succeeded because he has 2 million subscribers. Is my There we go. I don't know if it froze for you, but the camera froze for me.
it hit me. I'm gonna go all in on making shorts. They are quick and easy to make, and I can make multiple in a day. It was perfect. So I did exactly.
I go in all in and making reacting. This is the third one I'm making today.
That. Instead of doing my college work, I would just make and brainstorm videos instead. 6 months into making shorts, something clicked inside my brain, and it felt like I'd cracked the code to YouTube. And technically, I did. I started gaining thousands of subscribers, millions of views a day. All of these years of working and studying finally paid off. Overnight, my channel blew up. I worked harder than I ever have before because my videos were finally successful, and I wasn't about to mess it up. Upload after upload after upload until one day, as I checked my subscriber count, I literally watched live as it ticked over to
100. There's no decimal. What is going on with my webcam, bro?
100,000 subscribers. I had done it. I am not only an official YouTuber now, but I had just achieved my lifelong dream that I worked all of these years for, that took me my entire life to achieve. Wow, what a journey that was, huh? I actually did cry when I hit 100,000 subscribers. I don't really know how to end this video, so I strapped A to a rocket and I'm about to send him to space. 3.
Alright. That was first job sucks. It was okay. It was okay. The grammar kind of messed me up with the thumbnail. First jobs suck. Alright. That kind of makes sense. Well, bye. That's the end of the video.